You're listening to Rage Across the Northwest, a Werewolf the Apocalypse actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. When I woke, Very was gone. She left words on paper, but sometimes it is hard to read when I am hungry. Styx said she would come back later. While Styx cooked breakfast, I sat with Moon. Moon has been quiet since the demon, more quiet than before. I think he must be hurt or upset, but he does not say why. He says he is not hungry but does not eat with pack. He told me he was born Krynos, but it hurts him. It hurts less to be human, and it took time to get used to this. It is nice to have someone who understands what it is like to be different. I tried being more human and even ate something cooked, but it was bad. After food, Styx called a human to drive us to the Sept. We intended to ask the elders for information about the arson, but the desk woman would not let us pass. We checked on the cup, Maria, and ate more. She is worried about a ghost in the building where she sleeps. Moon spoke with the ghost and made it promise to do less killing. Moon must be very strong to make that happen with only words. After the ghost promise, we went to the library to look for more information about the arson, but mostly found books about demons. It is interesting, but I do not think it will stop fires. Perhaps Very can make things make sense. I hope she comes back soon.
Hi, I'm Grizz, and I'll be playing Moodspoken, the child of Gaia Theurge, who's also a menace, and our pronouns are they, them. Our pronouns are he. My goodness.
Hi, I'm Grizzly. I use any pronouns, and I'm playing Sticks and Stones, the Homid Shadowlord Arun. Styx's pronouns are he, him.
Hello, I'm Hal Valentine, and I'm playing Lost and Found, the Lupus Stargazer Philodox. Our pronouns are they, them.
Hello, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I'm playing In Vino Veritas, the Homid Galliard Fianna, and our pronouns are she, her.
I'm Virens, and I'm currently fixing the layout because it didn't save when I wanted it to. Alright, so last we left off, the majority of the pack was in the library, and you guys are just wrapping up your research that you did on the fires and the demons. Or angels, in a sense, as well. Now, trying to think of how this would happen. Barry, what would you text them when you're ready to meet up with them?
Probably I'm out of my meeting. Where are you?
Just a reminder, you guys are in the public library, and Styx, you're the only one who I can see actually having a phone.
Styx texts back. Public library. We have information.
On my way.
Styx sends like the little thumbs up emoji, followed by did emojis exist in 2006?
Emoticons. Do you know the difference between an emoticon and a
I know the difference, that's why I was asking.
Okay.
Oh,
We're gonna get
God, I just feel old.
collateral damage to the audience. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Oh,
you got some burn cream.
someone give me some Tiger Balm.
You all need to shut up.
Alright, so you finish up your text. Very, you are... I believe we said you'd be in Coeur d'Alene.
Sure.
And so that's going to be about like a 30-minute drive to get to where the major public library where you think they are, which is next to where the meeting spot of the Sept is, so downtown Spokane.
Okay. I will head that way. What was the outcome of my discussions with the fancy people with the money?
It seemed generally positive. Inyane seemed receptive to what you were putting down. And at least made it look like she was gonna at least write a check for 50,000. So enough to kind of have costs covered for a few months.
Okay. For those at home, Very spent last session off meeting with, I think, the Glasswalkers, about getting funding for her kinfolk Chiffon's like outreach center and halfway house, and her argument from her perspective is that they might be specifically Fianna kinfolk, but like all Garu benefit from more kinfolk. So a place like this that benefits kinfolks in particular, given all of the issues that they're currently having in the region right now, is genuinely only a good thing.
Yeah. So generally, Inyane seems like they're gonna keep writing checks.
Excellent. Well, then I'm headed to the library. I'll find a place to park and head inside.
Yep. It's pretty easy to smell out where your pack is, because you can, I say smell, you can quote unquote smell where your pack is just by the gathering of the rage. You can feel it. Plus there's this bit of a tie in yourself that brings you closer to your pack, not just the totem.
It's about the vibes, frankly.
Put a little bit more sass on it. But yeah, you guys see Very walking up to you.
Right. So, how are things going? What have you been up to? I would obviously make sure that we are not surrounded by people when I ask this question.
No. People do seem to be avoiding you guys purely by the gathering of rage, but there is also the feeling you get from Lost and Found,
who I believe is still in actual Hamid form, and I don't think Barry would have seen that before.
Yeah.
Very double takes just a little.
I think one thing that Very definitely notices, before Dixon says anything, he seems to be distancing himself from Moonspoken a bit, and it does look a bit more visibly miffed than usual. But he just says, "It's going fine, I guess. Learned about demons and some patterns with fires. Yippee."
All right. At some point, I'm going to ask what's going on between the two of you, and you're going to tell me, but this is probably not the time or the place. So just be aware. At some point, I'm going to start asking questions, because the tension is thick enough to cut with a butter knife. So
a butter knife is not very sharp.
I think that's the intention.
So, we got information on demons. That's nice. And we figured out why the fires are weird?
Not why, but there are always bodies.
Huh. All right. Well, maybe this is the part where we leave the library and all of the, people it's full of, and we go have a conversation in the car.
Lost will set down the book they were still trying to look through and just start walking towards the door.
Can I check and see what book it was?
The book you were holding found, was it the one about the demon stuff or about fires?
I think Found had the one that had demon stuff in it.
Okay. If I remember rightly, you didn't roll too well either.
I did not. I think it was almost a copy of the Bible or stuff about the Bible.
Yeah, you got a. Not that I've ever really come up with a title for the books because, but the book is I mean, the title is essentially something along the lines of stories about the Bible and what might be real.
Oh, lovely. It's a primer on biblical stories. Great. That's what we want the lupus to be reading about. She will follow Found out and just sort of give Moon and Lust both give Moon and Styx both a look like, come on.
Moon already walked out.
Styx will pick up some of his books too and just walk to the car.
Once we are in the car, she's going to turn and look at Moon and Styx. All right, out with it. What happened?
Moon has not eaten anything for the last 3 days and has been lying about it.
That is incorrect. In out of game entirely.
Wait, what? I thought when
2 days.
2. Okay.
It's been like a day and a half.
I misunderstood that. I'm so sorry. I thought for some reason that was an out of character. Oopsie. I'm so sorry.
You're good. I mean, he still hasn't eaten, but it has not been 3 days.
Moon has not been eating. I pressed him about it. I lost my temper a little bit. And we are now here.
Very is going to look between the two of them and look back at Moon. Stand up to him, did you?
I said I wasn't hungry. He demanded that I eat, and I told him no. I wasn't hungry. Yeah, I'm just explaining myself because he's trying to explain for me. I apologize.
All right, can I ask why you're not hungry? Are you not feeling well?
I haven't felt up to eating since we left the spirit bond.
All right. I can understand that. I think that given how upset you are, that makes sense. However, I would like to ask you to eat something, even if it's just broth, because if you don't eat, you're going to get weaker, which is going to make going to help that spirit much more difficult. And make it harder for you to heal from all of the nastiness that we're going to pick up when we are surrounded by nuclear waste.
I do know. I didn't want to explain myself or talk about the spirit around the cup, which Styx didn't give me the chance to explain myself.
That's fine.
Then this morning, then why did you not tell me about it? And instead, why did you lie about having eaten?
I never lied to you. I said I wasn't hungry.
Out of curiosity, do you remember Styx asked Moon last session at the beginning if he had eaten? And I do believe he said yes. Out of character.
Pretty said yes, I wasn't hungry.
Listen, regardless, this is a silly thing to argue about. I'm not mad. I'm going to ask you to please eat something in the next couple of hours.
I will do my best.
Thank you. She will look at Styx. I understand that you're worried. In the future, if something like this happens and you're worried, contact me and let me deal with it. It's okay for me to get on Moon and bully him into things because that's my job as his alpha. If you start doing it, people are going to get upset. I'd much rather be the bad guy here than have you make yourself the bad guy because you're trying to do my job.
I wasn't trying to do your job, Fairy.
When you start telling people what to do, that's my job.
Okay.
Thank you. I do appreciate you looking out for all of us. You've done a fantastic job of it, and that's great. But if it ever comes up to the point where, if you ever get to the point again where you're up against a wall and somebody isn't listening to you, don't try to press it. Just contact me and I'll deal with it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now that that's out of the way, she's going to look back at Found. You look lovely in Hamid form. This isn't something I've gotten to see hardly ever.
It is uncomfortable, but I am trying to get used to it.
I understand. I'm just saying, You look nice.
Found sort of looks down at themselves and then back up at Very. Thank you.
One day you'll have to let me dress you up.
How do you dress up? Do you not pull clothes on?
You'll have to let me pick out what clothes you pull on.
That would be fine, I think.
Excellent. She seems quite pleased at that that idea.
They seem a little bit confused. They're like, clothes are clothes. They don't really matter. They also still don't really understand the concept as much of just, this has to cover your body for extra layers of protection since you don't have fur.
Clothes among hominids and humans it's like they have social implications. The way you dress has a lot to do with how people perceive you, what they think of you when they first meet you, that sort of thing.
It is visual status in the pack, I see.
It's something like that. It's a little bit like when wolves, greet each other in specific ways, how they hold themselves, how they, whether or not their fur is bristled, that sort of thing.
Yes, that makes more sense. I do not understand the social part of this, and they sort of like pluck at whatever shirt they're wearing, but I would not. I think I would like it if you helped choose for me.
I will happily do that. That sounds like fun.
Yes, it does. And they just sort of sit back in their seat and stare a little more closely at the clothes they're wearing, like they're trying to figure out. Unsuccessfully,
All right.
but they're trying.
All right, so what have we learned about demons and the fires?
And that's what we learned about demons and fires.
Do I need to cover it again?
I would appreciate it if you would tell me, Virons, even if it's just a quick
Okay.
rundown, because I have forgotten half of what I was told before session, and I can't make a plan without details.
No, that's totally fine. All right. So, for the fires, the last, I might have given misinformation last week. The last big, set of fires was... God damn it. I might have given misinformation about the time. Anyway, the last big fires happened in 1889. Gotta double check myself because I'm doubting myself again. 100. Just gotta make sure. Yeah, excuse me. 1889. And all those fires started off with they were just written down as having started with bodies and took out entire neighborhoods, and then the last one was the majority of downtown was burnt down. And compared to what you know from what you talked to the other people about, is that these fires also start with bodies. However, these ones are more ritualistic in the way of how the bodies are left. And then something is also used as an accelerant. As for the demons, Moon is going to enlighten you on this because he is one who rolled the best. It is the demon stuff is the Anunnaki are the creators, they're the creators of the Earth, the physical form, essentially. They didn't give life, but they helped create the body in a way. It gave it its nutrients, so iron, copper, gold, whatever you want. They are also the ones who, because they worked on creating elements and such, or the hard elements and such, they also are the layers of paths and the and then it's paths, earths, creations. So they're exceptional builders as well. Now, when it comes to Adam and Eve, they handed Adam and Eve, or believed to have handed Adam and Eve, a bunch of crowns and jewels and gold to show basically how much they respect them and love them and want them to succeed, and basically showing these gifts. And then when the first murder happened, that's kind of when shit started to go sideways, especially in regards to like Lucifer. That's when the fall and the rebellion happened, and a large amount of the Anunnaki joined in the fight, like a tad bit late, but not entirely so, because their creation started to get damaged. So in the fall, in the rebellion, they were the ones who supplied any of the future mortals that came out, and all of the what would now be known as demons with weapons and armaments. And they created the fortresses, the turrets, the castles, the places where they could defend and work. And then something happened to make that all go away and be ancient history. Yeah.
Okay. Can I call up my would I know where to find my kinfolk who's a police officer?
Declan, he's on shift right now, but he does seem to like work like most around downtown, so he should be kind of nearby.
Okay. This doesn't have to be something that we role play out. I would like to go and basically meet up with Declan for like 5 minutes. Wherever he's on patrol, I will go to him and see if he knows what the accelerant is that's been used to start the fires.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's more of a fire department issue for their investigators.
There are bodies being found at the fires, and the police aren't interested in what accelerant is being used?
No, they're interested, but they don't know what. They're not interested in the accelerant per se. They're more interested in finding out who's doing it. The accelerant issue and the fire issue is more related to the fire department and their investigators.
Okay, I mean,
so they're working together, but the police aren't going to know about the accelerant until the fire department knows the accelerant, and then they'll tell the.
So what I'm hearing is that the humans don't know what the accelerant is, and that's why the police don't know.
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense than just the fire department knows, but they're not telling the police.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. Does he know where the last body was found, roughly?
Yes. He's going to point you in towards the Hilliard neighborhood, and he'll give you a specific address, and that I won't say, because while I could give a specific address, it's not my information to give.
Gotcha. That's fine. Then I'd like to head there, because I have somebody with a super sniffer on my team. So we're going to go see if we can figure out what the fucking accelerant is, because that might help lead us to whoever the hell is doing this.
You gotta.
Some accelerants are harder to come across than others.
Yeah. All right. You guys get driving, and you drive over there, and you arrive at a honestly pretty common, ordinary house. Well, what would be? This place is charred from the inside out, and it is just covered in soot. The windows are blown out. It is missing part of a wall. It looks like it was stopped soon, I think, like pretty quickly. However, like there is still quite a bit of damage.
I'm going to look over to Found. Would you like to go back to Lupus Farm for a bit?
Yes, very much.
I have use of your nose.
All right, and they will. Actually, where can I change?
It's a big SUV. There's room in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, great. They'll crawl into the back. They're not going to open the door and walk around. They're just going to like crawl into the back over the seats sort of thing and change really quickly into Lupus and then look back up at Very. What am I looking for?
Give me a moment. Very will go around to the back, open it up, and will give them an apologetic look before putting them in the leash and collar that we had from last time, because we're about to walk around a place where people live, and so having just this random wolf dog would be a problem.
They don't growl, but they do like curl their lip up in a snarl for a second before
I'm
like dropping their
sorry.
mouth open and panting like a dog.
I'm sorry, we're only doing this so that the humans don't freak out.
I understand. I just still don't like it.
They get ear scritches.
That is better, thank you.
You're welcome. And we're gonna go towards the house. Right, so, someone set a fire here, and I want you to try and tell me if you can tell what they use to make the fire spread. It's usually some sort of chemical, something that smells off or particularly strong because it burned well.
I will look. I assume some sort of investigation roll?
We are gonna do perception investigation.
Don't forget that you're a lupus, so you have a lower difficulty.
Yes.
So is it diff 6? Or sorry.
Yeah, I want you to roll this at at a total of diff 5, so it'd be normally diff 7, but you're a lupus, so it's diff 5.
Does my specialty apply in investigation tracking?
For my tracking,
It might if there was a trail left behind if they were trying to get the fire to spread a long way.
yeah, I'll let you have it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I see you roll.
It was thinking. 4 success.
4. Yeah, you're kind of able to like sniff out and follow the trail that was used when they were dumping this. I gotta make sure I have the right description. Where did the thing go? There we go. It smells like gasoline, but different. It has this kind of like a alcohol odor as well. Like it smells like gasoline, but it also has that like burn. And then there's also this like other smell of, I mean, you would know it from like your time in the woods, and and then also having your own human experiences now. It smells like a camp stove fuel as well.
Like butane?
Not butane.
Ah, okay.
The proper term for it would be Coleman fuel.
That's a brand. They use butane.
Butane is different.
Okay.
I purely because I am looking at this.
No worries.
Yeah, it's a different chemical compound. It is C2538.
Okay. Can I tell, like, in the mess of fire where it's strongest, like where it was started, essentially?
Oh, well, it's pretty obvious too. It does look like, well, there was this trail that like led over to a wall and then kind of traveled well, not to a wall. It was like basically it spiraled out and kind of ended up trailing along a wall. There is this center of a room. It's kind of hard to say like whether this might have been a living room, TV room, dining room. Whatever room it was, you can see where the center is, and you can see where it kind of the fire exploded out and then caused the flames to go into that spiral as well.
Okay. Lost will literally and figuratively sniff around a bit and lead Very, who I assume is gently holding the leash for pretense, over to that general area, and then say it smells like the liquid that Two Legs drink at the bar we went to mixed with the water in cars, and I think it started here roughly, and they'll sort of like paw at the ground in where the accelerant smells strongest.
Can I see the spiral pattern?
Perception alertness, difficulty 5.
I could get my sheet to cooperate.
I've had those battles today.
All right, perception and alertness. Oh, that's so good for me. Great.
Hey, at least you have a dot in alertness.
I do.
Oh, it's not where that's supposed to
Really?
go.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
What was the difficulty? Sorry.
5. Not too easy, not too hard.
3 successes.
But you could see that spiral pretty well. As soon as it's kind of like you're told that there's a spiral, you look around and you see it. It's not like it's a dual-ended spiral. It is very much... It's probably what you're thinking it is.
At least we know who our enemies are. In this case, again.
They are always the enemy.
Aye, but we sometimes have other enemies. Like, I'm not convinced that the demon isn't one of them.
Fair. But I did not see them.
That's true. You did not. All right. Well, we can be quite sure that they're using this for... Oh, that reminds me. I translated the book while I was between meetings.
Perhaps we should tell the pack about it.
Yes, I'm sorry. I got a little caught up in trying to deconflict whatever the fuck was going on between Moon and Styx.
That is understandable. I, too, am worried about Moon, but did not think that trying to force things would be best. Also, above the table, real quick, can we tell where a body was or is in this mess?
I mean, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, I would imagine it's not since police have come and gone, but like, can we...
Is there a space where like blood is particularly prominent, that smell?
If you're trying to smell blood, can I get a... That is going to be a proper Div 6 perception alertness roll from found only, because they're going to be the only one who can smell it. And that
perception alertness or perception investigation?
Alertness.
Okay. Can I use a willpower?
Always.
Hooray. Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing. I would like to use Iron Resolve specifically so that I get 2 auto successes instead of the 1.
All right.
Especially since if we're doing perception alertness, my pool is lower than that diff.
Yeah. So it's gonna be at Div 6. Normally it would be Div 8, but I don't want to give it to a Hamid because Hamids are kind of right now. Various just smelling smoke and ash and those.
To be clear, I wasn't asking for me anyway.
Yeah,
I was providing prompts because Very would be asking found these sorts of questions.
Yes, I know.
Oh, that should have been 2 regular successes. I think I set that up wrong, but 5 success, or it's either 5 success or 6 success. You have to tell me which one.
It's at Div 6. You got 3 successes. You have a modifier of 1, and you spent a willpower. So yes, that is 5 successes.
Hooray!
For the blood, I mean, you can kind of see where it was in the center. Like, obviously, that's where the body was. But you can also trace where... Now that you have that scent, you're kind of able to smell it to what you... Or, like, track it over to where you think it would be a bedroom. And then you smell around, and you can kind of smell something on the walls. And you can,
sorry, go ahead.
and then you can kind of see holes on the walls and where there is this smudge in the shape of a human.
Holes that look like small holes, like bullet holes, or like people-sized holes? What kind of holes are we talking? Not a sentence I thought I'd say today, but here we are.
uh, well, I have the mind of a teenager.
We all do.
These are more in the style of a steak, and you can kind of see where the smudge is. That it would roughly be where the hands are. There's one on each side. I would give it, with your intuitiveness and your investigation roll from earlier, somebody was playing with their food.
Yeah. Lost will lead Very around as they search for this, and say, before they go off to do this, because they were talking about going back to the car. Wait, I want to check one more thing, and then they'll lead Very around to search for this and communicate what they see. I think this is a predator that was having fun.
Fantastic. More torture. That's just what we like to see. She's clearly sarcastic.
Do not understand predators that do not simply end things.
Well, that's because you're not a psychopath found, and we're all happy about that.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
Psychopaths lack empathy. They don't feel for other people.
Ah. Yes, that is not among my many problems.
You don't have that many. Come on, let's get back to the car before humans come sniffing around. Pun intended.
You will have to explain puns to me again, and they'll follow you back to the car.
I imagine that explaining puns has become an almost weekly thing since they met.
For sure.
And once they are in the car, she will slide in and reach into the glove box and pull out that battered journal, which has several pieces of paper tucked into it, and she will hand it back to Moon and Styx. Oh, by the way, I translated this between meetings.
Six is going to take a look at it.
It would seem that we're dealing with a bunch of spirals who are interested in setting things off without the Ashen Claw not knowing, and they're using Fomori and all sorts of other things to hide the corruption. And while we were inside, did a fantastic job to find out that they used gasoline and some sort of drinking alcohol to accelerate the fire, which unfortunately does not make finding them any easier, because those are both easily used. And that they were playing with their food before they killed them. So
I did have one thing that I wanted to ask. Do you think if you asked your, I think Declan is the one who works at the police station, right?
Aye.
Do you think you could ask him to get you a list of every address that one of these fires has taken place at?
I don't see why not.
Might be a stretch, but maybe they're
probably not until after he's off. Probably not until after he's off his shift. But also, we could also probably just go find some copies of older newspapers. They've no doubt got that at the library, which should tell us at least what the area is. And then finding a burnt out building isn't difficult once you're in the area.
Sounds like we have a plan. One other thing. Very, you're going to be very proud of this. Found is going to try cooked food soon.
I tried some for breakfast yesterday, but it was awful.
Okay, that
or
was
this morning.
no,
sorry,
that was oatmeal. We're gonna pivot to bacon.
Found is still in lupus. You can't understand that.
I forgot.
What exactly did he feed you that was so bad?
Something in a bowl with berries on top.
Was it mushy or was it crunchy?
Mush, like wet dirt.
She's gonna look at Sticks. You started the lupus on oatmeal.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a psychology thing or a gut thing. That sounded like a safe option.
Perhaps we try something with more meat next time. But found I'm proud of you for branching out and trying new things. That's great. And Sticks for helping. Fantastic.
Moon suggested it would be good to try, and I believe he is right.
Moon was right. It is a good thing to try new things. Moon, what do you make of what's in the book? Lots of talk of Fomori and spirits and the like. It might be up your alley.
Oh, I don't. This is a question for Lyons. The book won't let me look at it, right?
I
No,
translated
but
everything
she
onto
would-
paper.
Yeah, she told you and wrote it down as well.
Well, can I open the book to get the paper out?
No, okay. She wrote it down on paper that you were able to access. Does that make sense?
Cool. Because you said the
Yeah.
paper was sticking out of the book, and I'm like, well, I can't open it. but
yeah, it
okay.
would not. The book also, if you were to try and open it, it would not open for you either.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like stuck in the book still. I was like, well, that's but new. A Moon looks through it.
Sorry, I forgot about the fact that the book was unwilling to be opened for you guys. So yeah, just assume she pulled out the papers and handed them back.
You good? Should I make a roll to try to see if I can piece it together better? Or
Yeah.
more thoroughly?
Yeah, why don't you do, since it is piecing it together, this is going to be like more of a wits.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Because I think wits is like outthinking and common sense. If I'm trying to piece together data, wouldn't that be the intelligence?
Do you see this more as data piecing together then? I guess I should ask.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
Okay.
I'm
Then
gonna argue
yes,
for that.
no, it's fine. I'd rather you go like, hey, I think I think I should be doing this. Because I'm thinking about it this way. So yeah, if you're thinking about it that way, let's do intelligence and enigmas. Still, it was always going to be enigmas. So let's do that, and then have you do it at diff. Oh, let's do diff 7.
And a willpower. 4 successes.
Okay. So, with that, let's get to my writing. All right. So with that, you're able to interpret clearly. There's this Black Spiral Dancer pack working, but they're spread out. So their goals and machinations are all very like. It seems that this WT, whoever they are, is thinking long term, long con. You know, like they want to be the one to fuck up the world. And they, with everything that you're able to read from it, you can tell is that WT probably, while also being the mastermind behind the operation, is also likely a Theurge, just given how much you're pushing for spirits and Fomori. Trying to think of what else. What other questions do you have about it?
I want to follow the pattern, but now that I understand what they're thinking, and I would like to push to use intelligence rituals and also my rituals background to see if I can actually figure out the overarching ritual they're trying to perform.
The main big ritual that they were trying to perform and successfully did, because I mean you saw the Fomori, is, you know, rite of possession.
Oh, that's not what I mean.
Well, rite of like summoning and then encouraging and talking to it to possess.
That's not what I mean. If they're performing fires all over Spokane, there's probably a pattern behind it, and it's not random.
Okay, so you're talking like to like apply to this. I understand.
Yeah, you said long-term plan. If they're doing ritualistic sacrifice and fires over Spokane is probably a purpose behind it.
Yeah, because this journal is from the guy that you found when you guys got Maria.
Mhm.
So, as far as you can tell, like if there is a pattern to Spokane, it is more of a. Trying to think of how to put this. It's a little bit more chaotic and primordial. Like this is supplying fuel to a greater, bigger fire that's coming.
And I would like to try to figure out the pattern as best I can if it's a long-term plan, because long-term plans usually mean that there's another location coming up soon or nearby.
With the information, I will just very happily assume that, found and very shared the information of what they found in there. It's not exactly something you can pinpoint to where the next thing happens, though. If you were to look into who's been missing for a while, that would be a different story, because as they said, this guy likes to play with his food.
Moon has been quiet for a bit and looks up at Fairy as she asks the question. I think we should call your contact and ask about missing persons.
All right. I mean, we were going to ask him about locations anyway. Although, if we're talking about missing persons, we don't necessarily need a contact for that. That sort of thing is usually, there's usually alerts out for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but there might be... he said he likes to play with his food, and sometimes alerts don't last long, and people will go missing for long periods of time. There might be recent missing people, and people who just haven't been seen in weeks. Just want to explore all our options to be safe.
Right. I'm trying not to pester him at work too much. Let's go and have a look at the...
You're right, sorry.
Let's go and have a look at the reports of missing people, and if we need to dig deeper, I'll do it when he's off shift. Yeah?
That makes sense. Here, and give the book back to Six. I don't like touching it.
All right. And Six is gonna just kind of add it to his stack and keep it.
Okay. So you guys
if that book wants to keep fighting us, it might behoove us to hand it over to someone a little bit more powerful who can keep it safer than we can. Out of character, which sept is the Ashen Claw sept?
Portland.
Fuck. Okay.
So yeah, this information was more related to what's happening in Portland. You guys have yet to ask the name of the sept you're in.
I assumed we knew and that you would tell us. That's kind of common knowledge.
You sent us here, so they would have told us.
Actually, I think they did tell you. You are right.
It's kind of...
I think you guys just forgot. That's probably it.
Well, would you like to inform us? Because we would certainly know.
Yes, this is the sept of the flowing spirit. I just actually had to recheck my notes to make sure I was going to get it correct.
All right.
I had a feeling it was the sept of the flowing spirit, but I wanted to be right.
All right. She looks thoughtful for a moment. We're going to make a stop at the post office first. I can get an overnight from here to Portland to send them our notes. A lot easier than it would be for me to call up a kinfolk and then try and get a encrypted line and all that other bullshit. So they should know what's going on in their backyard, especially because it sounds like it's tied to the stuff here. So the more the septs are aware of what's happening, the better.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to write out a letter on some of that paper that I have that I was using to translate stuff. Basically write out a copy of what I translated and then fold it all up, and we will head to the post office. I will post it to one of my kinfolk. I have too many and I can't remember all their names.
Bree.
To Bree, with explicit instructions to take it to the sept leader in Portland, immediately after receiving it. Okay. And if she can't do it, to hand it over to, if she has, one of us at the bar to, it needs to get to them immediately.
Yeah.
I assume the sept leader doesn't have a known address. They live out in the middle of fucking nowhere, so.
Yeah, they live behind a I would affectionately call a confusion barrier. So that way any humans who get lost around that area would just get confused and never like really get close to that because it would not be their thing.
Right. And next stop, I think I'd like to send Styx and Found back to the library. And Moon and I will go to the police precinct, because the police precinct you can usually look into like the listings of missing folks. They've usually got them like printed and publicly available. And the library will be to get copies of the few most recent papers to figure out what area the fires broke out in, so that we could start looking for like a physical pattern.
Yeah. All right. Well, just for the sake of speed, on all this, we're gonna start with Styx and Barry. Can I get you both to roll? Hold on, sheet.
Styx and Barry or Styx and Found?
Oh, sorry. Moon and Barry. That's my bad.
Okay.
Moon and Barry, can I get you guys to roll charisma? So yeah, charisma. Oh my god, persuasion is not a thing on here.
Expression?
Expression. Charisma, expression, if you have it, or if you want to be a little bit more conniving about it, you can do manipulation and streetwise.
Does either Everybody's Friend or Gift of Gab apply?
Gift of Gab.
Would trustworthy apply here?
Yes.
Oh.
What's the difficulty?
Or if you're, are either of you using manipulation in this instance?
No.
I'm not.
Okay. So then it's going to be diff 6.
Wow. That's
Ooh,
one.
that's rough,
That's
bud.
rude. The dice spot is rude.
That's okay. I made up for 9 successes on 9 dice.
Jesus.
Hey, I talk to spirits, she talks to people. That's what we do. Oh, actually, yeah, no, that wouldn't have worked out for me anyway. I'm shy. It would have been a difficulty 7, 8, 9, difficulty 8 anyway.
Oh, yeah, that still would have been a 1 success.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. I got it.
All right.
I love my thoughts.
So for you two, you guys are able to find everything that you... Very... Okay. Barry is able to find everything that you guys need. Moon, you do help your shyness and concern for, people in general. It kind of helps bolster everything that Barry is finding, and you do see that most missing persons and because are you guys looking for newspaper clippings for the fires as well, or is that just Styx and Found?
I mean, if I could get them, we're at the police precinct, so if I could get them to talk about the fires, I happily will. With 9 successes, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to spread the love around a little bit to multiple topics. I just didn't think I'd do
that's
that.
that's why I wanted to check, because you did insane. You're able to find that the fires and the missing persons neighborhoods are in this north central Hilliard area, so it really is just everything north of the Spokane River.
Okay. I don't suppose they mentioned more specific locations of where the fire started.
Oh yeah, they do mention some houses as well.
Okay, perfect.
Because give to Gab, and then because of your successes, I'm also gonna say, yeah, Everybody's Friend is also applying here. If it were maybe less than 5 successes, I'd say that's pretty much all you're getting. But since you've got 9, I might as well throw in Everybody's Friend.
Understood. Very, very good at talking to people. There's a reason why truth is in her name.
But yes, that is that. Styx and Found. Remind me what they're looking for.
well, what I found out about the fires, which was like specific locations and things like that. But they might find more in the newspaper clippings that we didn't. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't think I'd roll like a monster and negate the thing I sent you to do. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, can I have you guys roll intelligence investigation? Intelligence or perception, whichever is highest.
Can do.
Sounds good. Is it difficulty 6?
Yes. If you're using perception, then I want you to do diff 7.
Well, found absolutely nothing.
It's better than a botch.
I got
Stick rolled
2, but I put it in the wrong channel.
Wrong channel. I was wondering, it's like I'm waiting for sticks to roll. Okay. Sticks. You do find in the clippings generally about the same information, is that it's like this stuff is happening north of the river. It does actually seem to also have it's north of the river, but it does kind of skip over like the most recent one. It does skip over the river closer to this area where there's lots of trees called, pretty sure I've said it before already, it skips closer over to Dishman Hills. So lots of trees, and with the weather right now is that we're in this in the weather phenomenon El Nino at the moment, or you guys are. We are as well, but in the real world. But anyway, so everything is very dry, and if a fire breaks out there, then it can have lots of devastation on the like park and wildlife there.
Yeah, so it does look like the fires are. Does it look like they're leading, like in a like viewable like
Going
pattern,
south.
like leading to the Richmond Hills?
Kind of. It does look like for a while it was more based in the play, but now but it does seem at some point like maybe like a few weeks ago is where this started taking aim at a specific spot.
6 is going to text Ferry and just say that he'd be willing to bet that Dishman Hills is going to be the next target.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming we go and pick them up once we're done at the police precinct. Ferry walks out with a number of people's phone numbers.
Yeah. And a few people who wanted to hit on you as well.
I assume that that's what the phone numbers were, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going more innocent for a moment.
You best believe that Very probably hyped up the I love a man in uniform angle, because while she may not necessarily agree, they don't know that.
Exactly.
Also above the table, I realized that Lost would have changed back into like Glabro before they went to the library, so there's not just a
One
dog
would
in there.
assume.
You need me to
One would assume.
retroactively roll for that?
Cannot stress this
What has
enough.
been-
For the past 10 minutes, I've been imagining a dog going through the newspapers in the library.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That's why they found nothing.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll unless you want to spend a rage on it.
I don't. Remind me what I'm rolling again. Is it just straight rage?
Stamina, primal urge.
Thank you.
It's not straight rage. What do you think, Rand? Fucking
I don't
W5,
know.
not that sinful bullshit.
Tell us how you really feel, Virens.
You don't want me to go on that rant. Actually, you might. I don't know if
I would love to hear it too.
We don't have time for it as much as I wish.
Okay, 2 success.
Yes, Chris?
What?
Okay, I thought you were saying something. You made a noise.
I make noises.
How dare you?
That's what I do.
But yeah, you guys gathered together and have share information.
Yeah, I imagine when we get back together at Lost, we'll just report. I forgot what a newspaper looked like and got distracted by other books.
It was Cosmo.
It happens.
It was Horse and Hound, let's be honest.
It was Cosmo. It's fine. It's fine.
Was the police station successful?
Oh, extremely. I have locations and a whole list of missing people, and she'll hold up a piece of paper where she wrote down every name and like a couple of the printouts that she was given for flyers for the most recent missing folks. Oh, I also got these, and it's got like the specific locations of the start of every fire.
That is perfect. Did you have to buy them donuts, or were they just eating at the charm?
She
Yeah, I see
smiled.
that.
Have I ever had to buy gifts for the people I want to tell me things? Well, other than shots.
May I see the list of locations?
Oh, yes. And she'll hand it over.
Now can I roll my ritual thing?
Let's do intelligence, rituals, and rites. Unless they're both named rituals, I genuinely can't remember.
It's called rites and rituals, and it's all poppycock and
Yeah.
shittery.
Okay, yeah. I see now.
That's 10. Can I toss calculating into this?
Yeah, of course.
What's the difficulty?
Diff 7. Yeah, 7.
Yes. Heck. Are you kidding me? Alright. Sure. 3 successes.
Okay, 3. You are, and this isn't entirely a rite being used, at least right now, but it does seem like they're responsible for some umbral emanations that you've like felt and have seen, like that vision. They're definitely part of what caused it. And these fires, that's kind of part of it. It's kind of like lighting a fire to trigger, a fire alarm.
Following what you just said, kind of, they're trying to alarm something?
Yeah, alarm something or just wake it up in a way.
So Moon is going to explain everything to everyone else because he's going to have their thinking too, and also my other players. And Moon's just like, I think they're trying to wake something up. Does that make sense?
Could I make an occult roll to try and figure out what they might be trying to wake up?
Can I make the same roll as well?
Yes, intelligence diff 8 from both of you, please. Actually, I'm realizing now I should have said diff 9, but it's too late, so I'm committing to diff 8. It's all good.
1, because 1s suck.
Good idea.
2.
So I have a 3, 2, and a 1 in order. I need somebody to screenshot this for me. Here's what I'm gonna say about this. Actually, yeah, this is kind of fitting. Okay. In ancient times, and you guys would both believe this to be a legend, though all legends in, Garu mythology do have a semblance of truth, is that there was once a Talon that dug into the earth that was fought against. That's kind of all I'm going to say on it. I'm going to leave you two to speculate on that. I'm going to let everybody speculate on that. Well, we go to break.
Thank you for listening to Rage Across the Northwest. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to subscribe and review wherever you're listening to our podcast. You can find more of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. As we left off, the group gathered up to share the information that they got. and learned that likely the next fire or next big fire is going to take place in Dishman Hills Park. You guys gonna go warn anybody?
Yeah. Warn people and then maybe go have a look at the park.
Wrong time to take a bite of my food.
You asked the question, I was just answering.
I know. But I also need to eat.
I understand.
All right. So, yeah, you guys go over to the spokesman review where the sept is again, and this time you do fortunately run into River Watcher, as it looks like he is performing his duties as child of Gaia, but also the sept leader to cover up these stories of, ritualistic killing tied to arson.
Given the references to fire in the journal, is it safe to say that we can probably assume that what's happening up in Portland, or happening in Portland, is probably also tied to what's happening here?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I will make sure that I have another copy of what I translated so that we can give it to them and very quickly download them and all the things. I don't see the point in us role-playing out explaining every little bit.
No. I only saw the point in just going like, hey, there might be this fire that's happening in your territory.
Yep, that would effectively be what Veri is doing, but she will also kind of like upload them on the other stuff that we have figured out.
Yeah.
Maybe ask if they recognize any of the names that have popped up in case they were people being watched as potentially being Garu who just hadn't gone through their first shift yet or anything like that.
River Watcher, we'll jump into roleplay from here. You mention this, I say we're going to jump into roleplay and I realize I don't have a name. Let's do... yeah, when you mention this person named Logan Straub, River Watcher does actually perk up and he'll say, I recognize the name. They were kinfolk.
Were any of the other kinfolk? Or perhaps tied to the kinfolk?
Not that I can see from here, but we haven't heard from Addison Durant in a while. It's been about 3 days.
Shall I look into it?
If you feel like it's connected, then do so.
I think it's worth looking into if one of our kinfolk have been potentially kidnapped, tortured, and murdered ritualistically. I think that's worth looking into.
Indeed. She lived out in the valley, out in Millwood, close to where you presume the next fire is going to be.
All right, well, we'll head there. If you have an address, that would be helpful.
He'll give you an address.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time. Here are other things that we have found. I'm reasonably certain it's safe to say all of these things are tied together, even if we're not entirely sure what the major pattern is. Oh, do you know anything about an old legend that said that a Talon once drove into the earth and was battling against it?
And I've heard stories that there was once a Talon of the Worm trying to clutch itself onto Gaia, make its presence known to all. But warriors from White Howlers before their fall, and all warriors from all the tribes fought against and defeated it and pushed it back. Why?
Because we were thinking, it's clear that all of these fires and ritualistic killings are trying to lead to something, like they're trying to wake something up. And we were trying to think of what it might be, and both Styx and I remembered that whole story, but we couldn't remember much of the details.
I doubt this would be tied.
Really? We just found a White Howler pup, and they're supposed to be dead.
I suppose that is true, but the effort and strength required to bring a Talon of the Worm. It's more than a single pack of Black Spiral Dancers, but that would almost be their whole tribe.
But not necessarily more than they might try to do, even if they couldn't accomplish it, right?
Possibly. It depends on how mad and how far into the spiral they've gone.
Well, she'll hold up the translations. Seems to me like they've gone a bit far. To me.
Possibly. I will need to read it over.
Well, help yourself. Frankly, if you've got a place that you could keep this safe and she'll hold up the journal itself, I wouldn't mind handing it over. It's got a bit of a personality. I was the only one who seemed to be able to force it open for long enough to actually translate any of it. Or write down any of it.
Let me see it.
She will hand it over. Barrett?
Yeah, I'm just making a roll for him. He opens up the book and he actually does. It looks like the book fights against him slightly, but he really forces it. And Moon, if you're there, you can actually see him pour Gnosis into it to make it open for him. And it's like, I say it's pour Gnosis. It's kind of like summon the strength and of like mind and will to keep it open. Does have personality. I don't think I'll let anyone else touch this.
Probably for the best. I feel like I need a shower after handling it.
Best you do. I do suggest you all take some time to rest. It is getting later in the evening. He'll look at his watch and say, yeah, it's about 6 in the afternoon. If you start poking around into people's homes, you're going to be thought to be burglars.
Don't worry. We work well together at keeping a low profile.
I understand, but you heard my warning. I can't make you do much else than that.
We will be careful, you have my word.
Understood, m'lady.
I think her packmates know her well enough to know by now that Very is clearly slightly uncomfortable every time he gets super formal and uses terms like that with her, but she doesn't say anything.
It is noticeable to you all.
And then she will kind of give a very respectful nod and head for the door before this gets any weirder.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
right.
A SEP leader just said, I can't make you do something, so, which is wild.
He is a child of Gaia.
That's true.
I mean, they don't want to force anyone to do anything. It's not in their philosophy.
Once they get back to the car, Styx is going to ask, why does he call you m'lady?
She gives like this sort of long sigh and rubs at her forehead a little bit and then pinches the bridge of her nose. Technically speaking, I'm royalty.
What does that mean?
I can trace my bloodline back to like the earliest days of our kind.
I think Lost looks a little confused. Are we not all from wolves? I don't understand.
Do you know how when I tell you to do something or praise you and it feels like it's got a little bit more weight to it than it does when other people do it?
Yes, you are alpha.
It's not just that. In fact, I'd argue that I've mostly got the alpha title because of the other thing, which is you can trace my direct lineage. I can tell you the last, I don't even know how many generations. Very specific Garu hero that I'm descended from.
Interesting. I do not know that is something I have encountered before. Should we also call you
No, please.
Melody?
For the love of all that is good and holy, please don't. It's hard enough at home. I get treated like I'm some sort of, I don't know, gem or symbol, like I'm not a person.
Does not sound pleasant. And they'll sort of like grumble a little bit.
It's generally not. I'm expected to behave in very specific ways and to even dress and speak in very specific ways, and if it weren't for my tendency to find out inconvenient truths that people don't necessarily want me knowing, I'd probably still be at home, put up on some sort of pedestal.
How would they make you stay standing on such a thing? At some point, you would surely need to sleep and fall off.
That's another metaphor found.
Yeah, sorry. It's a figure of speech. It means thinking of me as this thing to look up to, something to model yourself after, or to point out and say this is how you're supposed to be.
I think I understand.
Think of the oldest thing you've ever encountered.
Ancestor.
Yes. I have very powerful, very important ancestors that I was born to. And before I ever went through my first shift, I knew what I was going to be. My family knew almost as soon as I was born that I was going to shift one day. And I was trained from a wee lass to I don't know, be the ideal Garu.
I knew that that's something that the Fangs put a lot of emphasis on. I didn't know that was as much a Fiona thing as well.
Well, we are one of the older tribes, and I come from one of the oldest seps in the world. So, anyway, it's not all that important, despite the way elders want to talk about it like it is. I'm still just me.
Indeed you are. So, we're thinking we maybe gonna rest first, or are we gonna keep up the investigation?
We are going to go get some food, which Moon has promised he will try to eat, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in particular that you find appealing that would help you to eat?
Well, let's just find something small, I suppose.
Okay. Do you want something plain, or do you want something with some flavor?
I think Ken just has a look on his face that's probably the quietest flicker of annoyance before he just goes, I'm just going to eat some food. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make a thing out of this. Let's just go eat.
All right. And she looks up and sees a drive-through and kind of perks up. Oh, look, a place called Dick's. We'll go there.
All right. Yeah.
She's going to get hearty burgers. She will make sure that Found's burger has nothing on it. It's just the burger and the bread so that we can toss the bread out.
It's burger by the bag.
Yep. She'll probably buy a couple of burgers for Found, and they will all be completely plain.
Found will be, will sniff at them ominously before hesitantly trying a bite.
It tastes good.
This is much better than mush. And
Oatmeal.
they'll, like, devour the rest. Yes, oatmeal. This is better.
I thought you might like that. And she will hand out meals to everybody. All right, so who's tired?
When was the last time we slept?
Then when we came, like, the night before.
Yeah, when you guys came to Spokane.
And it's like 6 or 7 p.m. now.
Yeah, so it's been 12-ish hours. Less at 12.
I'd like to at least drive through the area and see if we find anything. If not, we can always come back.
I am still awake.
I think I've got another good few days in me, so yeah. Let's go.
Well, I don't have days, but I think we could do an hour or two, and then we'll head back to the house and get some sleep. Maybe do a little howling.
Yes, please.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, we're gonna go drive through that neighborhood just to see if there's anything that we should like make a note of, and then come back to tomorrow.
Okay. I mean, so far the neighborhood seems pretty normal. At this point, everything is mostly lights on. Family is having dinner from the windows that you can see in. The other ones, you're seeing the glow of the TV. And in the house that supposedly this person is missing in, their TV is on, but you don't know if it's been on since they've been missing or if they're actually there.
I think she'd frown, because if this is one of the people that is considered missing and their TV is on, that's a little weird. Anyone other than me find it a little odd that the telly's on.
I was going to mention that. Not really a missing person behavior.
Not particularly. Maybe they've got a roommate?
Should we look?
I was thinking about going up and giving a knock on the door, see if anyone comes to answer.
Should some of us go behind the house to see if there are other open windows?
There's an awful lot of people home in this neighborhood. Let's just try the front door first. But we're going to leave the windows down, and if you hear anything, I'd like you to run after whoever is taking off outside. Out back.
Yes, I can do that.
Moon, would you prefer to stay here? Would you like to go with us up to the door?
I'll stay here. I'm not the best at bringing fire.
All right. Would you do me a favor and keep your eyes open in the Umbra, just in case they try and slip away?
Sure.
Thank you very much. She'll look over at Sticks. Looks like that's you and me.
All right.
We will go up to the door. I'm gonna knock.
So it's just going to be you and Sticks going up to the door? Who
Yes.
all is going up to the house? Is Found also going up to the house?
No, Found is staying in the car.
With the windows down so that they can listen to see if anybody tries to run out the back door or anything.
First, can I get a perception alertness from Found at difficulty 7? So with the reduction, it'd be diff 5.
Key, 1 sec.
And then second, can I get dexterity and athletics from Sticks and Barry?
2 successes for Lost.
An odd thing to ask for when we're knocking on a door.
Does lightning
9.
reflexes count here for specialty?
Yes.
I'm burning willpower because I only have 2 dice in this.
This is at diff 7.
What's the roll to peer into the Umbra?
Gnosis, and is the difficulty of the gauntlet, which is 8 right here.
2 successes.
I think your little cotton socks for that willpower.
Right?
3 successes.
Damn. Okay. Those ones are biting you today. All right. So, Found.
Yes.
You hear glass shatter, and then next, everyone is going to see this. Fire explodes out of the top level of the house, which is small, mind you. And then, in the smallest moment of reaction, you guys start to run away as the front of the house also just blows, the windows blow out, and you guys just start to see and literally feel the fire just start burning. And Found, you do hear someone. It's very far, and it's actually kind of hard for you to hear it, but just barely you can. Somebody running away.
Found is immediately out of the car, taking off in the direction of that sound. They are running full tilt.
Stamina, athletics. However, what is everybody else doing?
Were Sticks and very damaged at all?
No.
I think that's what the Dex Athletics was for, to see if we could get away before we got burnt to a crisp.
I will say this for your guys' benefit. This was a coin toss for me. I didn't know if I wanted to do this.
If I see Found take off, I am basically going to grab Sticks and like point at where Found has gone. Follow him.
What's the
Them.
diff for that, by the way?
7, since you're going full tilt.
Okay,
5
successes.
I do think Six is going to activate a gift really quick.
All right.
Yeah, I think Six is going to look around. This probably isn't actually a safe place to drop to Lupus right now, right?
You would know not to.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, he is just going to run and Hamid.
Okay. And I also get a stamina. Stamina athletics is what I said, I believe.
Yes.
Same diff. Moon?
Given that I didn't succeed that roll, he's going to try to force his way into peering through it.
Yeah, go
try
ahead
again.
and roll again. You can use willpower if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can see. This fire has a face. It's kind of the best way I could put it. It has a face, and it is smiling and is happy, and it's distressing on all accounts that you can think of. And it sees you looking at it, and its smile just grows bigger. And then in the physical world, this fire it does supernaturally kind of like swell up a little bit and then shrink back down a little as well. And then this face kind of seems to split into 2 before one part fades away.
Let's resolve the chase thing, because I want to try something.
Okay. But first, what are you doing before I resolve this chase?
I am staying with the car because at some point humans are going to, well, maybe not stay with the car. I'm gonna get in the car and then at least back it away from the house because these fires have had a tendency to spread. And I will call 911.
Okay.
So I did get 0 successes. Can I ask, is there any point along where Six will be running where he would have a chance or see a place where he could maybe shift without somebody seeing him?
Yeah. Feel free.
Okay. In that I should have asked that before, but he is going to change Lupus the first opportunity he has.
And then Found, as you rolled higher, you do see him within your this guy within your vision, but he also goes into Lupus.
Okay. Lost will keep running and pursue.
Okay. Then we're gonna do one more roll from everybody.
Can I use willpower?
Yeah, of course.
And since this is a new scene, can I use what was it? Iron Resolve again?
Yes, you can.
Heck yeah.
Just so you know, they are also using willpower. My god, they needed it.
What was the diff again?
7.
Thank you.
Hey,
5 successes again?
Hell yeah. I mean, you did better than they did.
True.
Hey, Sticks, your pool's supposed to be 7. Just letting you know, Sticks. I'm looking at your sheet right now. You're supposed to have, if you're in Lupus, you're supposed to have 6 decks, and you have 1 dot of athletics.
I thought I was rolling stamina athletics for some
Oh,
reason.
it is stamina. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is stamina. That is my bad. That was me looking at the wrong thing. Oh my god. My god. Howl.
Yes.
Stop.
Never.
That's 5 successes on 8 dice. Stop.
They're very speedy. Turns out wolves run real fast.
I go fast.
Zoomies.
It's almost within your grasp. And I am going to have him roll to do a thing.
The second Lost catches up with them, they're gonna try and like hamstring to take them down or something.
Let's see if they can. Oh, no, they can't. Okay.
Aha.
All right. So it's going to go back into the chase. We're going to do one last roll.
Go for the thigh.
This is our last roll. If you roll higher than him, you catch him. If not, he's going to sprint away.
Okay.
Mind you, I do have like a little bit of a tracker, and my God, you're very close to him.
Can I use? Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I don't have a willpower
Spend
I
all-
can throw at this one. So
I was gonna say,
it's
spend
gonna be
all
right there.
that willpower. Spend it all.
I only have one left.
So there's no way that spending a rage could help in this chase, right?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, I got 3 successes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rage couldn't let him take a second action.
I mean, while it could, it's just more like, what are you doing other than running?
Running angrily after the guy to set a house
Running
on fire.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, anger fuels the speed.
Yeah, I was thinking effectively using it so that they could sprint.
Just go twice. Okay. You know what? The party has convinced me. I am benevolent. I'm good. Go ahead.
Byron is a kind of benevolent god.
Most
Yeah.
of the time I am.
I'll remember to kill Renan on Friday. Anyway,
As a player, I totally different.
also just want to toss out maybe giving Howl an extra willpower because Varys said they looked nice and vomit. I'm just saying, you know, all the negotiations.
No. Willpower comes at the end of session.
Does that mean I can also spend a rage to go one more game?
Sure.
Yay.
Give it, that'll do.
Jesus
Pretty good.
Christ, Grizzly.
Yep. Grizzly is closest.
Right.
But yeah, you do catch up to them. The both of you. And they do kind of like I'm assuming you're just biting their ankle or knee to cause them to trip and fall over.
Yeah, Lost is specifically going to try and take out the delicate ligaments in the back leg between the paw and the bend because
Yeah, so
hamstrings. Yeah.
Yeah, ACL kind of areas.
Yeah.
And Styx is going to go for the other leg. Teamwork.
And as you do, he kind of rolls over, falls, and then is kind of just gonna lay there for a moment, looking seething and angry. And he has glowing orange eyes.
Are we still in a... where are we now in the course of this chase? Where did we get to?
You're in essentially somebody's backyard. These are like massive, unfenced yards, essentially. So it is kind of forest adjacent. Like there's some trees, and it's in a, city.
Styx is going to communicate to Found to let's drag this guy into the woods.
You're both in Lupus.
Yeah.
Can't Lupus communicate between each other?
Yeah, they can. I'm just saying you could use your words.
That's what he was doing.
Lost will have once this guy sort of rolled over and just laid there, Lost would have immediately pounced and set their teeth on this person's throat, growling in a very clear stay the fuck down, and they'll agree. They'll look over at Styx. Yes, we should bring them to Very.
At this point, Styx is going to, after they are kind of closer into the woods, he's going to return to Hamid, and he's going to draw his clave and just have it, close to the sky, just in case.
Lost.
You will also feel the Lost. You also feel the effects of silver.
Lost is going to continue to hold this person where they are and howl in that specific way that tells Very and Moon we have the enemy come to us, sort of thing.
Okay. Thankfully, Very has a cell phone and has called 911 to get the fire department here. So she is going to probably pull out of the driveway and kind of head a little bit towards that direction.
All right.
I don't know why I mentioned the cell phone. I just realized that they're both in Lupus. You know what I mean.
Yeah, well, Styx is.
She is off the phone now. She was just like, yeah, I was driving through this neighborhood and this house just fucking exploded.
Yeah.
Can we rewind to the thing to try?
Yeah.
Cool. Before that thing could split in half and disappear, I want to put forward some spiritual pressure and try to see if they can't identify what it was.
Okay. And
This is what I do.
other than it being like a fire elemental, like essentially a corrupted fire elemental, it's like, other than that, like, what are you looking for? Like, maybe like what charms it can use, or?
I didn't know it was a fire elemental until you just said that.
Oh, I thought I made it that obvious.
No, literally all you said was that it was a face in the fire. There was technically two faces, and then one of them went away.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I made that obvious enough. That's on me.
You said the fire was now smiling and looking at me, and that could mean anything.
You know what? That is fair. That is
Cool.
fair.
Got you. It's a fire elemental. Got you. All right, never mind me then.
Yeah, you would know that.
Yeah, but unless you tell me that I don't.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, cool. I identify it. All right, we're good. Never mind then.
Okay, was that all?
Yeah, I had no. You were just like, it
Okay.
smiles at you, and I'm just like, well, fucking me.
Yeah,
Hold on.
no,
yeah,
it sees you. It saw you and goes like, "Hey, bitch, what you gonna do?"
Oh, I have a very good idea, but I won't do it right now as we drove away.
All right. So yeah, you drive out to where they are. It's a little bit hard. You kind of have to pull over on a street and go on foot, but I'm assuming you guys
that's
have a way of going to them. Well, I mean, you have that spiritual feeling of.
I mean,
pulling.
I would just pull over as close as I can to where they are. And I would like to, as I am parking, I would like to shift to Glabro, which thankfully with my appearance, it just knocks me down to slightly above average looking instead of gorgeous.
To absolute fucking hot.
Yep. But this makes me strong, which means that I'm more likely to be able to be useful.
Yeah.
And I will walk to the backyard. And effectively, when I see that all three of them are in Lupus, I give a little sigh of relief, because this means I could just say my dogs got out of the car.
No.
Styx is in Hamid.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you went to Lupus. God damn it. Okay.
He changed back so you can have the clave out.
Oh, all right. Where are your clothes, Guy? Are you just like kneeling there in your underwear?
He has talisman dedication.
He's the only one
right.
who
I
actually
keep forgetting.
doesn't
I
go
keep
to his
forgetting you have
stevies.
that. Okay.
Gotta pick the brand.
She cut a size a little bit when she sees that one of them is in Hamid. All right, well, it doesn't make it slightly more difficult, but it's fine. I will make my way over. All right, let's get him in the car before he goes running off again and terrorizes the neighborhood.
Lost will get off of them, but deftly sort of scruff this other wolf to drag them towards the car until Very or someone else,
Yeah, very
picks them up.
will scruff them. It's fine.
The eyes are orange.
Yes, I can see that. Thank you for chasing them down. Both of you.
Styx was fast as well. This is why 4 legs are better than 2.
She will just chuckle a little bit. Says,
4 legs, I will admit, is very nice.
"How did you learn how to talk to them while they're in Lupus?"
I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting this.
I feel like
Actually,
Styx
wait.
would know Lost well enough that you could just make the assumption of what they say.
Yeah.
I almost declared a partial shift to just give him a wolf head at this point so he could still talk to.
Please don't. Not in the middle of a residential neighborhood.
Oh no.
All right, put the clave away. We do not need the humans here thinking that we are threatening our animals. You can take it out when we're back in the car.
Sticks will do as requested.
And we will hurry this lupus back to the car. I will suggest that Sticks get all the way into the back of the SUV. Found can be in the back seat because in lupus they can climb back and forth anyway. We will get in the car and get the fuck out of here.
Where do you go, though?
First, I want to get the fuck away from the neighborhood. Second, I'd like to get somewhere remote that we can work on this a little bit.
Will we happen to have any chains in our SUV?
Probably not, unfortunately, which is why she said you could take the clave back out and you should sit in the back of the SUV.
Yeah. And yes, Sticks does this and has the clave back out.
No, this is an SUV. It's like the first most popular hybrid. I think we settled on like a Toyota something. I don't
yeah, something like that.
So no, I don't think it has chains for hauling or towing things like that. And if it did, they would be more like iron than silver. Yeah, like the next remote area you can get to, or like the closest, would be like Dishman Hills. And you'd still have to kind of like park in a public area to then drag this guy's ass to a remote, like to a more condensed, like tree covered, away from the road area.
Are there parks around here?
They're all pretty open, actually. Like
okay,
they'd be like more for like kids.
Being open. Okay, so I'm not talking park as in playground. I'm talking park as in like nature park.
Oh, again, Dishman Hills is the closest. The other one would be Manitou Park, which is again more open, but it is a lot more floral and has the cherry blossom garden actually.
Okay, well that's
I know it's not helpful. I'm just telling you.
Well, no, so it's also late, which means that most of these places would be closed. They would not have a bunch of people hanging around. So I just need somewhere that we can park the car where it's not necessarily going to immediately have people looking at us funny, because there shouldn't be that many people around.
Yeah, Dishman Hill should work for that then.
Okay, then that's where we are going. And I will park in a way so that the back of the car is facing away from like the road where anybody could see us, so that we have the cover of the car itself to get the wolf guy or this lupus this lupus out and into the wood line.
Yeah. All right. It's pretty easy. There doesn't seem to be anyone else. There's like a kind of beat up looking car with a whole bunch of stuff in it, and upon like closer inspection there's a guy sleeping in there, but he doesn't really seem to wake. So you're safe and covered for now.
Okay. Once we are in the tree line, I'll kind of take a deep breath, kneel down in front of the guy. All right, so you're going to tell us what we want to know, or he's going to make you hurt a lot. And she's nodding at Sticks and the clave that I assume is back out now that there aren't humans around.
Yes.
Kind of growls in understanding.
Why did you blow up the house, and where's the person who normally lives there?
Starts to laugh. They're gone. Up in smoke and gone.
You killed one of our kinfolk in their own home.
Oh, was that their own home? Oh no. Whoops, I guess.
Trying to think of how pissed Very is gonna get. She's definitely frustrated and mad.
You know what? You're Fiona.
Yeah, being Fiona, kinfolk are like one of the most important parts of our pack. So
you're very Fiona is the other thing. You're very Fiona, and you have rage. But I think I'm gonna need you to roll.
I do. Yeah, okay.
I don't often require rage frenzy rolls.
I know.
Hey, quick question. Is the moon out right now?
Yep.
What phase would it happen to be in?
Oh god. Gibbous?
Cool.
Yeah, it's
What's the
Galliard's sign
difficulty
right
on
now.
my rage? What's the difficulty on the rage roll?
Oh lord. 7.
Okay, let's hope I don't roll well, guys.
Yeah, don't roll well.
1?
Yay.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not good. You wanted me to fail that, like, completely.
I gotta find the frenzy section.
Oh, hey, it's my auspice moon. Wouldn't my difficulty be lower?
Oh yeah, it would
I mean,
be.
not that
So
it
that'd
matters.
be
I fucked up
6,
anyway,
but-
so.
Yeah, so that'd be 2. Frenzy is 261. I'm so sorry, people. I don't have the frenzy rules memorized.
Also, I'm
Okay.
so sorry to keep asking like clarifying questions. I thought that for a frenzy, you needed to get like 4 or more successes on a rage roll to go into a frenzy.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's generally anything 4 dots or more is where you're able to. It's just easier. It's easy to insight. So for a Galliard and Arun, you guys are always going to be susceptible from the get-go. Where Theurge and Ragabash are really hard to get into that frenzy stage.
Gotcha.
I think out of all of the werewolf games we have ever had at HHS, I have made the most rage roll.
Probably. Can I? Okay, what would you like to have, Hispo or Krynos?
What would I like to have, or what do I think is most likely?
It says you get to decide.
Hispo, obviously.
Okay.
I will be much easier for my pack to deal with if I am Hispo than if I'm Krynos.
Okay. Gonna roll 4 dice. If any of them come up as anything above 6, you will attack, and whoever's highest is going to be the one you attack. The 4th die is going to be the guy,
Oh no.
and we're going to go in order home. We're also going to go in order the way of the chat, and I am so sorry, Moon.
Moon isn't even with us. Why would Moon be on the list? Or I assume Moon isn't with us.
Why wouldn't
okay.
he be with
well,
you?
then never mind.
I was in the
I don't
car.
know. He was doing Umbra stuff. I assumed he would have stayed with the car. My bad.
No, he was peering.
Yeah, I was hearing when you were leaving, and then I've been in the car the whole time.
Yeah,
Grizz, you're also very quiet.
you're also very quiet, my
I
friend.
was away from the mic. My bad.
It's all good. I immediately, when I heard you speaking, I was like, oh, I interrupted you in doing something.
No, you're good.
So, Very transforms into the Hispo form, the dire wolf, and lunges at Moon, and I need you to make a dex roll for me. For a claw attack. And if you have athletics, go ahead and roll dex athletics to dodge. If not, then I hope you live, because the next option is stamina, and I know that's not great for you either.
No, my
Andrew,
stamina is better
difficulty.
than my. Yeah, the Dex Athletics to dodge. You got it, boss.
Yeah, you can do both, but
No, oh yeah, I definitely could. What's the difficulty to dodge?
6. Both are 6. Claw should. Oh yeah, you got it. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh wait, actually, that would be. Oh no, I'm just taking all of this. I forgot about all of my meta stuff. Yeah, no, this is just gonna hurt.
I'm sorry.
Can I get you to roll your roll damage for me, please?
Okay.
Mhm.
So he didn't manage to block any of that, huh?
Nope.
Fantastic. Okay.
I feel guilt, but this is also just part of
plus-
werewolf.
Plus strength plus 2. In Hispo, my strength is 5.
Tasty.
And then I have to apply all 4 of those successes, don't I?
2.
Just 2?
Yeah, you get 2 extra dice.
Yeah, no, I know. It's plus 2. But don't I have like the additional successes over what their defenses would be?
Yeah, you rolled. Wait, you have 3 successes in total.
Okay.
One counts as your to hit, so you have +2 only.
Okay. So it's 5 plus 4, so it's 9.
Woof.
No botch.
What about a little botch as a treat?
No, and unfortunately with damage, there's no botch dice.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's no botch dice for damage.
Oh, Moon, I'm so sorry.
So,
It's automatically ag.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like, it's
I'm not-
ag already, and it's...
so it would go up 1 because that's what my weakness is.
So take 5 points of damage.
That's
I'm
exactly
sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm so excited. That's why I took this.
What is everybody else doing?
Well, I mean, it's very much just he says that big angry wolf and then go burr, and then Moon just goes down. Proceed. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. This is awesome.
No, but it's also incredibly funny. I feel bad, but also this is incredibly funny.
So I think Styx is going to throw the clave onto the ground and, well, no, he's not that absent-minded. He's gonna sheath it, go into Kronos, and try to begin to wrestle Very.
Are you still holding the clave while you do that?
He's gonna attempt to put it into his scabbard first, so he does not kill Very.
Okay.
Styx is still in Hamid, right?
Styx is at the moment in Hamid.
Yeah, I don't know if it would stop Styx, but Lost would have like, oh, fuck, you can't understand Lost because they're in Lupus. They would have growled, hold him, and also jumped to try and like hold Very back.
Yeah, so
Never mind,
Styx
continue.
can't do it.
You can't understand that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend my third rage of the night to go into Kronos, and it will just be a strength plus brawl to try to get Very off of Moon.
Yeah, because I would say it kind of falls more into you grappling.
Sounds good. Okay, I will get that roll for you.
Actually, sorry, Dex brawl,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
diff is 6.
Okay.
Then what are you doing? What is Found gonna be doing?
Found would have like raised their head and looked up to sort of spring at Very to try and hold her back, but when they see Styx shift to Krynos, they would have held back from that and like pounced probably on the Lupus to make sure that this guy doesn't get away while we're dealing with Very in a frenzy. Because they can't really help Moon right now, even though they want to, but there's nothing, they don't have healing, so.
Also, I'm guessing very much notebook before I make this roll. Would lightning reflexes work here? If he's trying to do this really fast. Oh, what awesome! Yay!
Okay. Barry, can I get you to do a Dex and Athletics roll to resist the grapple?
Yeah.
Then Howl, I'm handling a lot of things all at once. Howl, I would like you to either roll Dex Athletics to avoid being bitten, or roll Stamina as you were bitten. As the guy is now snapping at you, seeing that your pack is in distress.
Yeah. Dex Athletics, you said?
Yep.
What's the diff?
6.
Just 1.
Okay. You do resist it for the most part. Well, you don't resist it for the most part. Like, you're obviously fighting against, but you are being held.
Since I'm trying to dodge, would my Dex specialty apply here?
Remind me.
Nimble-footed?
Yes.
Great.
Considering you've pounced.
Yeah.
It's now trying to bite at your ankles.
5 successes.
Yeah, you're
Fuck this guy.
good.
Lost growls and sets their teeth at this dude's neck again.
I will let you make a willpower roll, Barry, to pull yourself out.
Okay.
Dude,
What's
at diff
the
6,
difficulty?
it's going to be standard because you're being held. So a lot happened
3.
all at once. You're good. You feel that rage subside some.
Very will drop back to Hamid immediately. I have 2 questions.
Yes.
One, I have the vengeful flaw.
Yes, you do.
2, I also have Hirano prone.
Yes, you do.
And I don't know what order of operations applies here.
Well, we're going to do vengeful first, and then we're going to roll for Hirano when we're ready. So I want you to be vengeful first.
Okay.
So either you act on it, or we're going to have to roll against it.
I would like to try and roll against it because Very would see what she did to Moon, and I'm hoping that that would help to override the vengeful. Also, I'm not sure what she would do being held on by a giant Krynos.
Okay. Sorry, vengeful is not a roll. It is the spending of willpower. That is my bad.
Then I would like to spend a willpower.
All right. Then we're going to get into the Hirano prone aspect, which I know for a fact is a roll because I had to do that last time.
Yeah.
That's another willpower roll, and that should
Jesus
be
Christ.
it's going to be at diff. I think just given what you did, because it's not like you forget. Given what you did, I think you're going to be at diff 8 for this. Because you attacked the pack member that is the weakest.
2.
Okay. That means you don't fall into depression.
Thank God. Okay. Very will kind of straighten up and put her hands up to show that she's not doing anything. You can let me go.
You hear a growl of acknowledgement as Styx kind of sets her down.
I have to look at my sheet. I have no dots in medicine. Very knows her pack. Does anybody else have dots in medicine?
The person who is currently crippled.
Yes, I know you do. I'm asking if any of the others do.
Hey, whoa, hey.
Where'd all that rage come
No.
from?
Well, probably the 5 ag, I would guess, is where that came from.
So no, neither Styx nor
Moss does not.
fantastic. In that case, does Styx shift back to Hamid?
He is going to probably not immediately, if not directed to. He does want to. He's also going to glance over and make sure that everything is handled with the spiral before he's going to shift down.
Oh, I have an important question, Virens.
Yes.
Would this trigger one of my flaws?
First, I need to know if you're actually incapacitated or not.
I'm not incapacitated, but he got knocked silly. I start all damage at hurt.
Bruised.
So.
Yeah, so you're crippled right now.
Mm-hmm. But when I slip sideways,
I don't know that there's. I don't know that there's a reflective surface nearby.
There is not, but I'm laughing at the cock-up cascade that would be.
That would be hilarious.
No, thankfully,
Okay.
thankfully there's not. However, I kind of wish there were.
I mean,
I just
But
had to
realistically
ask.
not.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to help, but how far are we from the car?
We're in the woods. We're not near the car, guys.
Okay.
As I fall dramatically, look at the rear view mirror.
However, I will say when you do eventually get back to the car, I will have to have you roll. So whether that happens this session or not, like you're gonna need to roll that because this entire thing, just based off your character so far, it seems like it would stress him out for a fucking while.
Oh, but anyway,
so-
he's on the ground. Sorry, BP.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In that
It's
case,
okay.
Styx is going to shift down to Hamid.
Very, being the vengeful bitch that she is not immediately going to take her revenge, but it is clear that she's in a mood to anybody around her who is watching. She's going to look at Styx How much do you trust me?
Quite a bit. Why?
Can I borrow the clave and give it back when I get back to the car? Someone has to take Moon to the car and get his wound seen to, and I can't do both. Please let me.
Styx hesitates for a second, but then he does give it to her. Actually, no, wait, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't hesitate on that. I'm gonna say honestly, before she even finished her sentence, he got it and he handed it to her by the handle.
Thank you. Now please take Moon back to the car.
Okay. And Styx is going to, as delicately as he can, pick up the pile of Moonspoken and bring him back to the car.
The pile of Moonspoken. Very is going to bend down. She's going to put one hand like up underneath of this thing's jaw and bring the clave up like right up against its neck where the pulse point would be.
Yeah.
And then she's going to look over at Found. You might not want to stay for this. I'll understand if you walk away.
Lost will, when Barry reaches down to do that, once she has the clave in place, Lost will remove their teeth from this thing's neck and take a couple steps back. I want to see it die for what it did.
Well, it's going to suffer first.
Yes, that is generally part of death.
All right. She will look back at it and she's going to lean back and get in its face and bare her teeth, even though she's in Hamid. For the sake of dramatics, we will say that her teeth are still bloody from where she fucked up Moon. You saw what I did to a member of my pack because you pissed me off. Imagine what I'll do to you when I've got a completely clear mind and I'm still angry. And she will press just the tip of the clave in just enough to draw a bead of blood.
And hiss at you for a moment.
I would like to roll intimidation. I've been sinking points into it. Please let me use it.
Yeah. Yes, please. Please roll.
She's trying to be manipulative. This is full force. Like, I want you to know who you are dealing with.
Would it be weird to say that feels like appearance? It almost sounds like you're trying to put the fear of God into him with how you look.
I was thinking like full force of personality. But if you want to give me an extra die for me being scary looking, we could do that too.
Would you allow Styx to really quickly do something to kind of add to the effect?
You already went to the car.
Oh, okay. I was gonna. Okay.
Sorry, we're running short on time. You already went to the car.
I was gonna use Shadow Weaving to make her scarier. But yeah, cool.
So do I get the extra die?
Yes.
Okay. Either the extra die or you give me a specialty. I'm fine either way. And what's my difficulty?
7, only because he is a insane motherfucker.
That's fine. I have 5 dots in Pure Breed, which apply to all social rules against fellow Garu.
Yeah.
That would be 7 successes.
On 14 dice.
Yeah.
Without a single one amongst them.
So it could have been better. Whatever.
Yeah, he actually looks terrified now. There's still a flicker of that insanity in his eyes saying, like, I'm not that afraid, but his face does show it.
I want to know everything you know, and you're going to start. And every time I think you're holding something back, and I will know because she'll turn her head to show the truth earring, I'm going to cut something off.
I think they're... As much as this is going to legitimately bother me, the storyteller, I think we have to leave it there because we are...
I imagine that we would fade to black on that because we don't want to talk in depth about how very tortures somebody.
What, you don't want to do the whole, angry Batman with a crowbar from Batman Beyond?
No, because it's not a crowbar. It's a knife, and she's going to start removing things.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, there is where we are going to end tonight's session. Thank you for listening to Rage Across Northwest, a Werewolf the Apocalypse actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. Storytelling for this actual play is provided by Byrons. In Vino Veritas is played by Bloodied Porcelain. Moonspoken is played by Grizz. Sticks and Stones is played by Grizzly. Lost and Found is played by Howl. Our intro music is by Ecolikis. Our art is by Olesia Bezula at fiverr.com/Susie Nocheck. Editing is by Byrons and Termite.